Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ladies Lounge. I am the Candy Shop. I'm Candace, the Candy Shop.
And hey, I'm Khadi B.
Oh no! Am I frozen?
I think you're frozen.
Oh no!
I was like, "And Candy?"
I'm here. No, wait, I'm here. What happened?
I don't know. I see, you're frozen. I see you, but you're frozen.
Okay.
So, we have Candy Washington.
Okay, well, I'm here. We're gonna let it do
There
it.
you are.
Hey, won't he do it? Won't he do it? No weapon formed. No weapon formed.
I know. Right?
So, first of all, thank you all for joining us. How was you ladies' weekend and everything? I know Candy had a great night last night, so we'll start with you, Candy.
Yes. So I had two really fun things happen. So last night I got invited to a YouTube holiday party for their content creators. It was here in LA and it was really, really fun. It was at one of my favorite restaurants. So I got to meet a bunch of the managers and executives of YouTube. And then I also got to meet other cool content creators from different areas of YouTube, like ones that do fitness and prank shows and comedy and all this other stuff, because there's YouTube is like millions and billions of people, right? So it was really cool to meet those other content creators, and I might be doing some collabs with them because they were super cool. So we'll see. Stay tuned. And it was so much fun. And then I also booked an acting gig. So I don't know if you guys know, but like game shows, how they're created, like before they make it to the screen, the like creators and the producers and the writers will hire actors to do like run-throughs of the show to make sure like how the flow goes. You give them feedback. And then at the very end, you do a run through for all of the network executives to see if they want to actually buy the show. So I had rehearsal for that on Friday, and then we're shooting the big one tomorrow. We were supposed to do it tonight, but they pushed it to tomorrow, so I got to be here.
Yay!
Awesome!
Double yay or triple yay, because the party, the gig, and you're here.
So Khadi, how was your weekend? And after you go over your weekend, I'm gonna get to some of these comments.
Okay. Well, y'all know I'm a homebody. I don't know. I feel like I need to adventure, but I don't know. I guess I've been there, done that. I haven't done anything this weekend, really. Yeah. It got cold in the mud, so y'all know I'm a bear and I hibernate. So,
can we talk about your new makeup look? I think that's a cool thing to talk about. Because you're shining.
I've been trying to be a little bit more girly, right? As Candy knows, it's one of my secret agendas that I don't tell anybody.
Yes. It's no longer Khadi B, it's Khadi.
Oh,
Miss Khadi. You kind of look like Chloe Bailey. Now that when I'm looking, you look
you do kind of.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
So my weekend was just like Khadi's. I don't do much, but what I do is be in these YouTube streets. So we will get to that in a second with the title, which is it's the gaslighting for me. So,
exactly.
So before we get to that, I want to thank you all for watching. I want to get to some of these comments. So hey, Chi-Town Naja girl, she said, hey my loves, my favorite ladies on the panel. Shout out to the Queen of Cheesecake too. I know she got locked out of her first account, but she wants you guys to click that like button for me. Subscribe. Remember to turn on your notifications as well for the latest uploads. Hey, Nikki Pooh. She's shouting out to Chi-Town Naja Girl, Queen of Cheesecake. Myself. She says hello to the ladies. Khadi's in the chat. No, Khadi. And hey, Sharon. Hey, Sharon, it is good to see you. Thank you for joining us again. Chi-Town says welcome as well. We have a tasty treat for you. Get your kiki with the lovely ladies in the ladies lounge. We're about to get to that. So it's not necessarily anything going on in the YouTube streets, but there are certain things that I've just noticed over time when we do these ladies lounge shows, we each come up with a topic for our particular night. And so, yeah, this is definitely, it's all me. So yeah, y'all give me the smoke. No, I'm joking.
Y'all better not bring no smoke to my girl. Don't let the makeup.
I am joking. I don't want no.
That part.
And hey, Precious Pisces 69. It is good to see you. Everyone get your drinks and treats ready. Yes, she said hey to the ladies. Make it make sense. She said, Shotgun, I'm gonna need you to let Khadi know that you ain't that was a one-time thing. First of all, make it make sense. Chi-Town is my best friend, so I call the shots.
I told Mims that too. I was like, look now. I was like, one time with Chi-Town, like that's Candace right there.
Oh, and he liked when you was frozen candy.
Oh, thank you.
Elsa didn't want to let you go, Candy. Yeah, right. Elsa did not want to let you go. Oh, thank you, Chi-Town. And hey, Pamela Watson, thank you for joining us tonight. Sharon said Khadi B looking like a teenager, right?
Oh, yes. Like a pajama jam.
Yes, I got pajamas on. They back.
Oh, and hey, Marcella, I hope your allergies have. I hope you feel better. They got her better.
Marcella.
Yeah, I feel better.
Khadi Bailey tonight.
That's what we were saying.
Oh, peace, love. Hey, she said that popsicle looks good.
It really is. And let me tell you, it's made from real fruit, so it's low in calories.
Yes. And hey, Ibadashi, it is good to see you. I like those fruit bars. Those are good. It is good to see you. So let's get to why we are here tonight. We got 25 people in the chat already, which is interesting to me in the first 5 minutes of the show. But no, I wanted to do this because a lot of times on these YouTube streets, like I watch a lot of different content. I know our sector, they say, is the commentary sector, but I don't consider myself a part of the commentary sector. Mm-hmm. I like to do a lot of content on reality shows. And so I do love doing these discussions with you all as well on topics. But one thing that I've been noticing lately, it appears to be a lot of gaslighting in the YouTube streets. And when you look at the definition of gaslighting, it's basically manipulating people to see what you want them to see versus the truth. And so I see gaslighting from subscribers. I see gaslighting from content creators. It's all around. And nobody is addressing it. People get on their platforms and say one thing, but get behind the scenes and do another. So I want to ask you guys, that's my first question. And shout out to DT. I want to read her comment. She said, hello, DT. Ladies. Hope all is well with you all. Also, hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you. Yeah. So, ladies, starting off with the gaslighting. Now, I know this was my topic, but what did y'all think when I introduced this?
I thought it was apropos. I thought it was appropriate, given everything that we talk about, everything that goes down. I thought it was a very appropriate topic to tackle. And of course, you guys know I love doing self-care and wellness, kind of at the intersection of pop culture too. So I think this is a great conversation to have, because not only does gaslighting happen in our actual like interpersonal lives with family members, coworkers, friends, but they also happen in these type of digital online communities as well, because these are still interpersonal relationships. So I think it's a good conversation to have, so we can see what those signs and symptoms are, so we can correct it and maybe cut some people out of your life, maybe add some people to it, but just be empowered to know what's happening, see the signs, and address them accordingly. Because I also think that sometimes we only talk about people being narcissistic or being gaslighters or manipulative or all of those things. Sometimes we only talk about it in the context of romantic relationships, but it happens across all relationships, including friendships, including working relationships, including families, including our online community, right? Like the three of us have never met in real life, but yet we are our own community within each other, right? Yeah. We have a genuine relationship. Same goes for other YouTubers and content creators and subscribers and all of that stuff. Even though it's digital, even though it's online, these are actually real, meaningful relationships that still have an impact on our mental health, our well-being, and how we feel. Like, there are people out there getting depressed and angry and upset and all of these things, you know, being bullied and doxxed and ridiculous stuff, literally just based on online communities. So that shows how powerful and impactful it is. So I think it's a very appropriate and a meaningful conversation to have.
Right. I definitely agree. I do want to say, Nikki Pooh, she said, I thought you was going to enlighten me on the bullish. So the one thing that I try to do, I can talk. I'm not going to just go and recap all the drama in the YouTube streets because that's not my style. Now I will talk about it to some extent, but I will never name names. I will just give my opinion on how I feel and how it's affected me and my channel. So it's not going to be as juicy as you thought, Nikki Pooh, but thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I always love to see you here. So yeah, Khadi, what are your thoughts?
I'm not gonna lie. When you enter, hold on. Yay!
Thank you, Lamar.
I'm not gonna lie. When you introduce the topic, I bust out laughing. Like, I even put in our chat like laughing emojis, but I literally hollered in the house because I thought it was hilarious. Because you see these things happening, like people want to see how you feel about something as if it matters. I'm confused on, why do you want to ask me how I feel about someone I don't know, don't watch, and don't care about? I feel nothing. That's how I feel.
Hey, Candace Lane.
So, hey, Candace Lane, and hey, Vegas Girl. So, to give a little bit more depth to what Khadi is talking about, there are situations that we've experienced where subscribers and content creators will message us and will come. What's the message? I think I sent this to the ladies. I had a screenshot of a picture, and I'm sure to you. I didn't post it on my YouTube channel because I don't want people. I'll just say this: a hit dog, a holler. So I didn't need people in my inbox asking me who this is about. But I wanted to post this. Them fake checkups don't work on me. I'm good. Mind your business. So we get a lot of people in our inbox and calling us at times that are calling us under the guise of wanting to check up on us, but really wanting to get into our business, really wanting to see how we feel about other people. Me, myself, I'm good. I'm always going to be good. I think I've said this before. I don't have any issues with anybody on YouTube because I don't know anybody for real. I've built a close relationship with the women that you see here because I talk to them every day. We have our little ponderosas, video chats, all of that. But as for disliking anybody, there isn't anybody that I dislike. There are channels that I don't watch because I just choose not to watch the content. But I personally don't dislike anybody. But when you get people wanting you to talk about other content creators, wanting you to talk about subscribers, that's where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to be in no mess. I don't want no video about me. Because
a video about me. I still won't watch it. I still don't care.
Yeah. So if they do a video about me, they can do it all day. I don't see it. I'm
my content too.
So
I want to unpack a little bit of what you said because I think it's really meaningful and we can take some insights for it, right? So I think to sort of like contextualize it, if you have someone coming to you, whether it's a YouTube content creator, someone in your real life, subscriber, whatever, and their energy that they bring, this is why you have to have discernment. If someone's energy you feel is disingenuous, right? If someone comes to you being like, well, how are you? Like, what's going on with you? Or what did you think about this person? Or and you feel like their energy is off or disingenuous, then you can create that boundary to not engage, to deflect, to not talk about it, to do whatever. Because I think when people come to you with a disingenuous spirit, it's because they have an agenda. Usually that agenda is one, fishing. They're just fishing for information. They want to know your business. They want to know what's going on with you. Not so much because they want to help, love, and support you, but because they're being nosy and messy.
Right.
They also probably want to add to their gossip arsenal. So like say there's a mad day with you. Well, remember that time you told me on May 25th you were going through something? Well, I'm going to go tell everybody. I'm going to make a whole YouTube video about it. I'm going to post your tax papers, your divorce creed, like, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff. So if someone is coming to you also in the arsenal, right, to then go to somebody else and be like, oh, well, Candy said she's feeling and she said because if someone is coming to you that way, they're definitely coming to other people that way. And if they're coming to you with a disingenuous spirit, you better believe that they're going to talk about you behind your back. That's not a person to trust. That's not a person to have to be a holder of your secrets. So have that discernment. If someone is coming to you with a disingenuous spirit, knock that out. You know, you don't have to engage. You don't have to tell your business. You don't have to talk about other people, because that's basically what they're doing. They're fishing for information. They're trying to get gossip for an arsenal. They're probably going to throw it in your face on Mad Day. And they're probably talking about you like a dog behind your back to everybody else. And then another thing, if someone also comes with a disingenuous spirit with like, well, how are you doing? And it just doesn't feel right. That's also appropriate to what Candace was saying, is a form of gaslighting, because it makes you then sort of question yourself. It's like, well, you asked me how I was doing and I said I was fine. But then you come at me again and you're like, but wait, but how are you doing? It makes you to sort of question, like, well, should I be doing bad? Is something going on? Like, wait, what are you talking about? Why are you asking me this, right? So gaslighting is really eroding your sense of self, eroding your sense of reality. It's actually like, it's based on that movie where the man systematically made his wife go crazy. It's when you know what the reality is, you know what the truth of your experience is, but somebody looks you dead in your face and tell you it's otherwise.
Yeah.
That it's crazy making behavior. And it erodes your sense of self and erodes your truth of what the reality is. So if you ask me a question and I answer it, why are you asking me it again?
Exactly. Like I expect, like, if someone is to call you or something, you know, usually the first thing out of their mouth is, hey, how are you? How's it going? Something like that. A lot of times I feel like they don't actually care unless they're really close to you, because
Right.
it's like a pleasantry. You know, you see somebody walking down the street, hey, how's it going? Do you really care how that stranger's doing? But after I've answered you and then you ask again, now I'm pissed. Because what the freak do you want?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to be nicer. So please don't do it, okay? Don't hit me up. I haven't. What makes you think something is wrong? Did I post anything on
That's
YouTube?
the gaslighting behavior. That's the gaslighting behavior.
Yeah. And in my live, did I let you know privately that something was going on? Because if I didn't, best believe I'm doing fine. And if I'm not telling you. Who is you?
That's what I'm talking about, being discerning of spirits. It's is this person saying how are you as just like a general societal pleasantry, like, hey, how are you? And you're like, oh, I'm good, and then you continue to like shoot, you know, you chop it up or whatever. Or it's just like, you're, you know, is this your good Judy? You know, you're gonna have a good Kiki, and she's like, how are you? And you're like, you know what, this is actually what's going on, and this is a person that you really, you know, like, and trust with that type of information. Or is it that disingenuous spirit who's literally just fishing, trying to be messy and being a gossip and trying to get pretty much, I think it's trying to get dirt and trying to gaslight.
Yeah, and I want to say that, well, first of all, I want to acknowledge everybody. Vegas Girl is here. Hey, Vegas Girl. Candace Lane.
Hey.
We have Just Simply and Miss QP. So taking it back to the different sectors of YouTube, which I like, and I'm going to tell you all the truth. Prior to being a content creator, because I've been on YouTube for a long time, I didn't know all these sectors of YouTube existed. I didn't know there was a beef sector, a commentary sector, a beauty sector. All these sectors that have drama within themselves. The commentary sector is, I believe, the sector that all three of us are closely related to, but I honestly don't think we fall into the commentary sector. Yeah. Some of the commentary creators that I respect and that I watch are really good. They are controversial, but they're good. I will shout. I'm gonna shout out three. I have no personal dislike to them. They are people that I watch. But they are technically the commentary sector. There is Come Get This Commentary. I love her channel. She covers a lot of different issues and things as it relates to women, and also what's going on YouTube. There is Trees. I know she's very controversial, but y'all know all day I'll be like, I like trees. I like she, and a lot of people might not agree with her. There is some good qualities to other people, to some people, and some bad qualities, but I like the content and entertains me. And of course, originally the person that I watch, Sunny, don't tell me, tell the people. So I will say this about her channel. She is someone that I watch for the commentary. Now, behind the scenes with all of these people, I don't know. It could be very different. But I will say this. I just want to have the commentary on YouTube. I just want it to be commentary. A lot of times, though, people take things behind the scenes very seriously, and that's where we run into a lot of trouble. So I want you ladies to talk a little bit about the behind the scenes and not naming names, but just what you dealt with, how you chose to deal with it.
For me, I only really personally had anything behind the scenes was during the unmasking of the She Who Shall Not Be Named. And it was really much in the beginning of that where I found that there were people, like there is this, well, I can name this name because it was on my channel and stuff, but it was like this Blaine character. I don't know who she is. I don't know what is going on with her, but she was like tweeting about me behind this like private Twitter wall, making up all of this stuff, just being really like, again, very gaslighty and psycho-y, where it's like, I don't know who this person is. This person literally is a stranger. This person was hiding behind their own avatar, and they were like making stuff up. And I would have different subbies screenshot it and send it to me. Now, me, I'm really good at just being discerning. So I could tell which subbies were sending me stuff to be like, this is insane because like we know who you are and all this stuff. And which ones were sending it just to be like messy or whatever. But how I handled that situation was I just took the information, I decided how I wanted to move privately, and then I didn't really talk about it publicly except for this one video I did with her because she was talking about my integrity. And I just said, you know what? If you want to come up and talk to me, woman to woman, face to face, you have to show your face and we have to be respectful. But this is my saying it to you only because of the salacious things she was saying behind the scenes. But when it comes to more YouTube stuff behind the scenes with like this content creator doesn't like this one and this one's beefing with this one and this one is texting and this one is calling and this one's doing the most, I don't know. I've really stayed out of that. I think it's also because I don't really interact with people like that. I interact with the two of you and then maybe like 2 other people or 3 other people on like that type of level. But I kind of just stay out of it. So it hasn't really affected me maybe on the same level because I'm just not involved in it.
Yeah, I sort of feel the same way. Like for the most part, people leave me alone. Probably because they feel like they don't want smoke or something, but I don't really do the in front of the camera type. I'm more a reach out and touch you type of person. But you know, every blue moon, I could get something or someone saying something, or someone brought me a nugget one time, unsolicited nugget, and I felt like it was with the hopes that I would put it out there and use it. What they didn't understand is that I don't give a F. So bring me all the nuggets in the world and I don't give an F. I ain't gonna talk about it. Go find somebody else to do your dirty work, or better yet, grow some of those dangly things yourself and do it yourself.
Yes. I want to get to some of these comments too, because we're kikiing.
I cannot deal with Young Rich right now.
Vegas Girl said, "How are you on YouTube?" Probably means, do you have any tea for me to use this content? In my opinion,
Yeah,
100% facts.
Yeah.
Ibadashi said, "Khadi B energy all day." She chatted with every word. Shadam said, "Candy, I told you, y'all are the clean and classy section." Hey, Humble Beauty, good to see you. Nikki who said, "I watched 2 out of the 3. That ain't bad." Make it make sense said, "As soon as somebody gets problematic, I'm out."
Yeah.
Younger said, "Why did everybody sip?"
Oh.
Nikki Boo said, "I was watching the day Blaine appeared. Laugh out loud. She sounded just like her, though."
I think she was her. I stand by that. I do. 100%.
I think she's just a weirdo. I don't know.
I think it was her.
Let me not speak too much because I hear she be messaging people on different platforms.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was her.
So
I think she's still active out there.
She got mad because I called her a narcissist and I broke it down her whole Ponzi scheme.
Moving on from that, but as she said, "I don't subscribe to hate channels. It's weird and soul sucking." Yes, and I wanted to talk about that. The soul suckers, dream killers, all of that. A lot of times behind the scenes with YouTube, there are a lot of situations from content creators and subscribers that like kind of try to steal your joy, steal your energy. And I try to be positive. I try to be open-minded to everybody because I don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in. So if you make content, you make it. I'm watching it. If I don't agree with it, and I said this before, I will click off. But I watch everybody. And people that want to crucify me for watching somebody and being in the comments, that's weird to me. Like, who? Yeah. I was about to go off on a tangent, but go on.
Look, let me say this about that. We all grown than a mug up here. If you want to watch who you want to watch, do you. Who the heck do these people think they are to try to tell another grown person what they can and cannot do? I will watch whoever I want to. Do something.
I just literally laughed out loud. I was muted.
Yeah, but I would say to your point, Candace, though, and also to your Khadi B, yeah, if I'm grown, nobody's gonna tell me to do anything. It's my life, whatever. Miss me with that. But I do think sometimes they take our kindness for weakness. Like, I am a very, very kind and open person, but I'm not that nice, and I'm definitely not weak. But I'm very kind. And I think sometimes when people see a kind person, they think that's a weak person. Or when you do stand up for yourself, they're like, "Oh, I thought you were supposed to be the nice one. I thought you were supposed to be blah, blah, blah." And it's just like, I can be a kind person, but still strong, still stand in my power, still push back, still say no, still have healthy boundaries. I'm not going to get out of my integrity, but I'm also not going to be a doormat or a pushover either. I'm a healthy, involved individual. I'm kind and open, but I'm also confident and strong. And I think sometimes people want to pigeonhole people. They're like, "Oh, like it happens with you, Khadi. Oh, Khadi's mean, stern." No, she's not. If you actually listen to what she says, she aggressive. No, you're not. If you actually listen to what you say, you are direct and you're honest and you speak from your truth in a direct way. That does not make you mean. It does not make you aggressive. It does not make you a bully. It doesn't make you any of that crap. So I think a lot of times people like to label people and put people in boxes that fits their agenda.
Yes,
rather than what the truth is. And I think a lot of people have a lot of their own agendas and they kind of grin in your face and they have a whole nother thing behind your back going on. So you have to take that time to really get to know people, have that discernment, be open, but don't be trusting. There's a difference between those two things. You don't have to be a guarded, closed person. You can be open, but you still have your boundaries up. So you're open to possibilities, you're open to friendships, you're open to meeting new people, but you're still protecting yourself, right? That's where you want to be. You want to be healthy. You don't want to be unhealthy, too guarded, but you also don't want to be unhealthy and too naive and open and get slapped up and get just used and abused, right? You want to be in that sweet middle space. You're open to possibilities, but you're also smart and you're grounded. and you have a appropriate level of guard up, because you do have those people out there who are energy vampires, soul suckers, idea stealers. I'm a creative person. I'm a writer. There is nothing in this world that pisses me off more than when somebody steals somebody else's intellectual property. If you steal somebody else's idea, that really, really, really pisses me off. I know that there's nothing new under the sun, but the way in which you do it, how you put your magic on it, is unique to you. And when somebody tries to steal that as if it's their own, it's pathetic and disgusting, and that really, really pisses me off. I think particularly because I am a writer and a creator, and I really believe in somebody's intellectual property. I'm not getting into like trademark and copyright and all that stuff. I'm just talking about if somebody has an idea for something, been a part of it, or you're privy to it, you're alleging to be friends, and then you turn around and try and do it yourself, coward. You're a coward.
Right. Let me just say this. I wanted to say hello to a couple of other people in the chat. Shout out to Cups of Conversations. Shout out to NICU for counsel. I don't think I've ever seen you in my chat before, but I think we've been in chats together, but thank you for joining. Well, I'll be in the bushes while you be in the chat. But thank you for joining me, beautiful lady. I love her avatar, her picture. Shadow said, that's me. Unless I send for you, leave me alone.
Exactly.
Yes, Younger said, reach out and touch somebody's hand. This world, make it a better place if you can.
Young Rich, I love you, Young Rich.
Yeah,
she'd be clowning. She'd be clowning all of us. Clowning.
Yes. And Lamar said, I feel like it's a whole world that I know nothing about. Right.
Good, and you don't want to.
Yeah.
Wait, is the real estate, is that Lamar?
Yeah, that's my friend Lamar.
Oh, hi,
Lamar. Yes. Young Rich was saying, hey. Oh, she likes her some Lamar.
I tell you one thing though, I'd rather be called aggressive. Something else.
Yeah.
Starts with a C, rhymes with moon.
Oh. We all
reparations. Thank you for joining us. Nikki Pooh said, I don't watch avatars. And hey, Kennedy Monroe. She said, driving and listening. Glad I caught you live. Oh, thank you for joining. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Yes.
Cup said they love to label Black women as aggressive. Exactly. Anytime you are opinionated, for some reason you're aggressive. And I hate that. I really hate that, because that's gaslighting as well.
Like I said, I'd absolutely much rather be that than that C.
Right.
That's hard for my people. What do you go hard for?
Yes, I can, Young Rich. That's what I told Blaine. I was like, Blaine, come here. I was like, pull up. I was like, come here.
No, don't pull up.
I was like, you didn't want the smoke, but I'm sending for you. I am sending for you. And what did she do? She cowered. She never came. Haven't heard from her since.
Yeah.
Because what do bullies do when you confront them? They cower and they go away.
Well, hey, Nihar, thank you for joining tonight. She said, are giving a word today. Thank you, Cups. NICU said, yeah, these content creators thinking they can dictate where you go on YouTube. WTF kind of messes that. Exactly. Yeah. Shada said, when I feel bad energy and you're trying to bring it to me, I ignore you. Get your life together, and where is my sage?
You know what? I have some sage over there. I have some sage.
Yes. But this, I love this conversation. I think it's a conversation that needs to be had. I don't think we're shady by not naming names, but I just feel like it's an open dialogue. We don't always have to name names to be messy, but I can explain how I feel about something. And so to me, and I don't know, I feel like it's y'all too. I just feel like it's normal. Like I'm a grown woman. I can go wherever I want to go. I can watch who I want to watch. I don't have to form all these convoluted and crazy opinions about people. And when I was watching, because at one point, I'm not gonna lie, I was deep into the bullshit. It became too much. I'm like, so I got to keep up with this one and this person did this. This person said this and that. Like, it was too much. I was driving my own self crazy, and I got a family for real. And so I feel like sometimes people forget that there is life outside of YouTube. And this was my outlet. And a lot of times, I hate to say it, but I feel like it's these older women that sit at home that don't have nothing to do. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. They
go for it.
Don't have nothing to do. They keep up a lot of this bullshit that's going on YouTube today. As much as I love them, because I feel this, I respect everybody, but like a lot of bull is kept up. Why are y'all drinking?
I'm shook. Like I'm shaking right now.
I'm gonna just call it like what I see it. And if you wanna bring me the smoke, bring it, because what you're not gonna do. Chi-Town loves when I say that. What you're not gonna do.
You do say that a lot, and I'm also here.
When she say that, I'll be like,
but no, and that's just my opinion. It just feels like a lot of times it is an older group of women. I'm not gonna say old, but they're older than me, that do keep up a lot of mess for no reason at all, and they get caught up in what's going on with this person and who's did this, and like it's too much. Like, where's the entertainment in it all? That's why I said I'm not the damn commentary sector. I give my opinion on some reality shows. I might do a story time. I like to have a good time. I have a drink. That's another thing. I've been called, people have made jokes about my drinking, which I don't care, because I know I still take care of home and business, and this is my key time. So if you see me, just know that I'm not out in the club going crazy. I'm in the comfort of my home having a drink after winding down from a day where I had to be the boss. I had to be superwoman. So let me enjoy my time to relax. And I understand. Yeah, I just say this.
Last time I checked, Candace, aren't you a grown ass woman?
Thank you.
Oh wow! Last time I checked,
Thank you.
You're a grown ass woman.
Thank you.
Literally whatever you want.
Thank you. Oh, and Chi-Town said it best. Didn't I tell y'all this? A hit dog will holler.
Yeah,
exactly. You don't need the names, but
my husband used to say though, if it's things, then I'm talking about you, because if you don't do all this, it shouldn't bother you.
Right.
I will say this. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about like themes and trends in general, and just like overall qualities and traits and stuff like that. But to what you're saying, I agree. I think you have to remember to not get distracted by the mess and by messy people. And I'm not talking about anybody in person. I'm talking in general. I'm just talking about generally in anything in life. If you have something, since we're talking about YouTube, let's use YouTube as an example. If YouTube is your outlet, it's your fun, it's your downtime, be precious about that. Protect that. When people are trying to distract you from enjoying it, cut that out. If people are trying to distract you from, having it be this, outlet hobby, but now it's seeping into every other aspect of your life because it's so time consuming. If all day long you're being bombarded and your mind and your energy is now being, you have to think about your kids, your husband, your work, your life, and YouTube and all this stuff, that's too much. Keep your eyes on the prize and know what purpose you have for each thing. If YouTube is a creative outlet, keep it that way. It's up to you to protect your peace. It's up to you to protect that space. Don't let those people interfere and distract you, because then that can mess you up at work. That can mess you up in real life. I'm not talking about you in general, in particular. I'm talking about in general, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's a really good that we're having this conversation, because I think it's a really good reminder not to let YouTube or whatever it is mess up your actual life, disturb your peace, disturb your well-being, and keep you spun around with all that stuff. Some people do YouTube as like a business. Some people do it as like a hobby. Some people want to transition it from a hobby into a business. Keep your eyes on the prize. What purpose do you have for this platform? Is it just fun? Is it fun and some extra cash? Is it community? Whatever it is. Keep your eyes on the prize of what purpose you have for this platform, and do not let other people's mess and agenda distract you from that, and definitely don't let it infiltrate into your own real life. Have those boundaries, right? If people are like, this content creator is doing this person's doing that, this, that, that's just going to keep you spun around. It's a waste of energy and time. Mm-hmm. You could be pouring that into, you know, monetizing your side hustle. You could be pouring that into, like, you know, finding a life partner. You could pour it into, you know, picking up a new hobby. You could pour it into going for a run. You know, it's just like anything in life. You got to look out for energy suckers, vampire energy suckers, people who want to distract, people who want to sabotage you on the low, because you will have people who want to sabotage you. You have to watch out for those people.
Oh, yes.
You really do. And you have to protect your own peace, protect your space, and keep your eyes on the prize, and know the purpose that you have for each thing, and don't let anybody knock you off of that game. Because I know the purpose I have for YouTube. I am very clear. And if anyone or anything does not serve that purpose, you don't see me engaging with that person or thing.
Right.
Because it doesn't serve the purpose I have for it.
Yeah. It totally blows my mind. Like,
is that another popsicle? I'm so jealous.
Yes, it is. Why hit me up? How many times have I said, like literally on my channel, that I do not give a flying freak about what is going on? All in the, like, I find, how many times have I said I find it pathetic? So why hit me up and try to tell me or get me into or anything like that? When I shut off YouTube, I don't think about YouTube. Surprise! Like,
same.
I don't. I literally don't. What I was doing the other day, when we was after the show was over.
I knew it. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Khadi had a good time.
I knew it. I knew it.
I call it a happy ending. She had a happy.
I was like, why did you come back? Like, I completely knew, like so relaxed, so what are y'all talking about? Like, and your shirt was backwards.
It was not backwards.
It was something. It wasn't normal. I knew it.
Like, that's it. Like, when YouTube go off, like, if I got some views on my channel, I'm hearing a echo.
I'm recording you guys.
Oh, that's
No, I'm not. I'm joking.
Don't have me like candy.
No, I said it because you said it those 2 times, and I was like, "What the hell?" No, I'm not. Anyway, we're live streaming right now, so
I know, right? Oh, this is some behind the scenes conversation.
I know.
So that's candy.
But like, when my stream ends, if I got views, if I'm able to run ads, if I got a little bit of super chats, I deem that a success. I don't care about what y'all was talking about in the chat. I mean, yeah, you giving me love, I'm giving you love back. But if y'all got something going on here, or you don't like a guest on my show, or don't hit me up. This is you don't like a guest on my show. Fuck asked you. What? Oh, did I offend? Do not ask me if you offended somebody who was not in my body. Do not ask me that. How the heck? Not only do I not care, how the heck would I even know? Y'all better
let's talk about this, and I might be sharing this. Let's talk about this. So, you know, it's been said. And shout out to Miss Indies. Let me see. Say hey to Nihar. I think I got everybody. But you know, I've been told in the past that I try to kumbaya and do whatever. It's not kumbayaing, but I can silently not support somebody and not go to their channel. I don't have to make a video about it. So it's not that I'm kumbayaing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you see how I move in these YouTube streets, if you pay attention, there are certain content creators that I deal with and that I actually collab with, and then there's some that I don't. But I don't have to make a whole public announcement about it. So like I said, I support everybody. I watch everybody, but just know that, oh, I'm boring you, Candy. No.
What? No. Okay, hold on. No, I'm about to put Candace on blast. Candace, behind the scenes, always has the smoke for me. Always. And I'm always just like, okay, Candace, okay.
I love when people call us Candy Square, but I did tell her Candy likes to show her avatar, and I'd be like, I feel like I'm talking to a wall. A goddamn camera.
Okay, exactly. Well, actually, I think I'm happy you brought that up. I think that's a good case study in healthy friendship dynamics, where you can see that your friend has a preference for something. It's not going to really affect you any type of way. And if it's on their platform, at their place, within their space, why not respect what their preference is, right? Because I noticed a couple times when I was Avatar, she was like, what is that? Are you recording me? I was like, why? Because I'm on an Avatar? And the other night she was like, put your thing on. What? Unless you look real messed up. I feel like I'm talking to a wall. And I was like, okay. So I put it on. So tonight I was like, come hell or high water, I'm not going to be an Avatar because I respect Candace. And if it's no skin off my teeth, if it's on her turf, or, it's like if somebody invited you to their home and they like something a certain way, you want to be respectful of their home. That's kind of how I'm putting it, right? So I wanted to be respectful of that. And I think that's a good example of a healthy friendship dynamic, rather than someone being like, oh, well, who does she think she is to tell me, I can't be an Avatar? Or I'm like, well, who, or Candace is like, well, who does she think she is to have? And, like all that. I can't even think of anything to say because that's so stupid. But you know what I mean? How some people would take those things and they would turn something that is innocuous. And by innocuous, I just mean it's not negative or bad. It just is what it is. Just that's what she feels about avatars. And I was just having like a, no makeup day, whatever. But sometimes people turn those things into a way to have drama or negativity, or they take it personally. Mm-hmm. When somebody takes every little thing personally, like they're like somehow them having a preference that's different than yours is a shot at them, that is a sign of a toxic person. Because then that person is going to want to get back at you. They're going to be defensive. They're going to be passive aggressive because they're taking every little thing personally. I took it as information and I thought it was funny. And then I turned it into an insight and then saying, okay, well, I know that when I'm on Candace's channel, I know I'm going to always make sure not to have an avatar because I want to be respectful of how she feels. So I think that's a good case study of like a healthy friendship dynamic, because we've been talking about toxic ones. So you can see how, like, what that difference feels like. So if you have friends in your life who take everything personally, they take everything as a jab, or friends that you feel like you can't be honest with. Like, what if she felt like she couldn't say, I feel like I'm talking to a wall, Candy? Like, girl, you know what I mean? Like, what if she felt like she couldn't be her authentic self and, like, just be funny and, like, be open with me? Because it was funny. It was hilarious. It was funny. It was all good, right? But what if she felt like she couldn't be that way with me? That's another sign. If you have people in your life where you feel like you can't be your authentic self, you can't say something that might not be what their preference is or how they like things, you feel like you have to stifle yourself or you have to always cater to them, that is another really big red flag. But no, we just kiki and have fun. I thought it was really funny. And I was like, I don't want the smoke from Candace.
I know, right? We all want that smoke.
So here's the face.
No, I'm not. No, if you want to have the avatar, that's fine. But
No. You like Avatar? I'm not gonna have the avatar. It's totally fine.
But no, what I wanted to say at my point with supporting everybody in Kumbaya, I just feel like all of us have the emotional intelligence to know who's for us and who's not for us and what platforms we can go on and who we can collaborate with. And I hate that we have to be like that, but YouTube is that type of town.
Some streets in YouTube. I'm telling. I went to the YouTube party and it was like all kumbaya and we're all having fun. We have a massive group chat and there's people from. You have to remember how big YouTube really is.
And I think people forget that. I do want to go to Cups of Conversations comment because I wanted to fall out laughing. She said, Lord, Chi-Town, don't let me go there. It's the request and bust through calls. You was gonna tell me I'm gonna answer. Right.
Just call unsolicited.
So that happens, like, for real, behind the scenes. People will call you and like they'll text you and they will keep going. And it's like, child, like,
or they'll DM you, right? But then on your they'll come on your live and be like, hey, I DM'd you. Like, did I reply?
It's like an obsessive ex-boyfriend. Like, stop.
I saw the DM. I left you on unread.
Now
what?
Not even read, just unread.
Unread. We're not friends, so you're unread.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to y'all ladies, and I'm so sorry. But Nihar,
it's okay. It's
out.
You gotta come back. I'm telling you.
Nihar, tell me.
You're gonna be accused of recording stuff. You're gonna be talking to a wall.
I got nothing.
I got nothing on me.
Now I want to know what Fave blocked you, because that's hilarious. And I want to go back to Niku's comment, and I love this. I hear her echo again, but she said, I've been subbed to Candy Washington for a while. I followed you a while ago. Just caught you beautiful ladies live. Glad I caught you all live. I know you all rotate platforms. So thank you for the support. I love to see that. Oh, here goes my daughter.
Hi, baby.
Shout out to Vernon Speaks Sports. Thank you for the cash or the super chat.
Super chat.
Yeah. Chi-Town said,
your little thing, Khadi.
Nihar said she did.
Oh.
Nihar said, Chi-Town not your girl. One of the panelists gave her a shout, and I was like, WTF. I can see this be. Woo!
Wait,
what? Wait, one of us? Who? Nihar, you gotta.
Wait, one of us? Wait, one gave her a shout out?
Was it one of us that gave her a shout out? Or someone else?
Please elaborate.
You gotta rewind that. What's good? Like, I want to know who now, girl.
Yeah.
Give us a couple of more hints.
Spill that tea. Thank you, Vegas girl.
Thank you, Vegas girl.
Yes,
and thank you for the conversations as well. She said, Young Rich said, oh, wait a minute. Thank you. Can I?
Thank you.
Thanks for the super chat. Yes. Nihar, yeah, girl, you better tell us what's going on, girl. What's
Spill that tea. Spill that tea. You can name names, but we can't.
Look, don't say we can't, because I can and I will if I deem it necessary.
I was going to say, so
I don't have any names. Luckily, I don't have any
put
names.
no names on Candace's channel.
Well, I'm finna follow you to yours.
I don't care enough to even make a video. Like, so I guess names is just, maybe I'll put it on Instagram. I don't know.
Girl, she's right.
I agree with Vegas girl. More info.
This is fun, y'all. I feel like we backstage now.
I know. You better be careful.
I know. We still
in a moment.
Ourselves. The backstage gets real juicy.
Backstage, that's where it goes down.
The new investigation.
Uncovering who like me.
Nihar said a
word that starts with a D and ends with an
I.
Well.
Okay. I know.
Nihar, let me just tell you this. I stand with you. I'm team Nihar. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Ooh, you know that the silence is deadly because we got silent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the next comment. Vegas says she loves Young Rich and her Zaddy. I love you, Zaddy Vince. Wait, what?
I love you, Zaddy Vince.
And that's neat. That's Young Rich's name up there.
Oh, Young Rich. Oh,
Hashtag love you, daddy.
I was so lost. Like, what?
Daddy, I'm grown.
Yes, Cups is giving them eyes, and me too. I don't want to say too much because, like, these YouTube streets get crazy.
Crazy.
Yes. Oh, yeah. New subject.
This is your topic. New subject. Girl, this is your topic. On to the next. Can we pivot? No, we're staying right here.
No, we're not pivoting.
We're sitting in it. I do have a confession.
Ooh, do tell.
No, I already told you guys this. Even though I'm not in the YouTube drama and stuff, when I hear about it, I am thoroughly entertained. Because it's like, I think it was it Mim's comment? I think he was like, I like my drama on reality TV, but not in the YouTube streets. As long as I'm not in it, I find it highly entertaining. I'm kind of like, who said who about what, who? But I also have a good, healthy perspective and space from it, not to get involved in it. So it's just like a good, like, oh, whoa. Wait, Nihar says, guess that was being proactive and knew I would be problematic at LOL.
Ooh, ooh.
Nihar, you can DM me. We could talk.
I was going to say we can talk too because...
Yeah.
Just DM me. I have a lot to say about this subject.
Yeah.
Yes.
That really stopped my thought. I don't know what I was talking about.
Go into the description. My IG is listed there. Nihar, she just putting it all out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you know what?
That's Skynet.
That person who Nihar is talking about, it actually goes back to the earlier thing we're talking about with intellectual property and stealing somebody's work. I'm all for referencing someone, right? Especially if you're in the commentary section, that's fine. You can reference a video, you can reference what somebody says, you can even do maybe, 30 to 60 seconds. But if you take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes of somebody else's interview video work without asking for their permission first, I think that is very low down, slimy, and cowardice. It's super cowardly.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not talking obviously we all do little clips, photos, videos here and there, but if you take an actual full segment of somebody else's work and you do not ask for their permission, and then that person tells you, you did not ask for my permission, can you please take it down? And they don't, that is very disrespectful.
So I guess we busted the whole gate open tonight.
We're just busting it wide. We're busting it wide. Busting it wide. Because this is the thing. You can want to have your own perspective, opinion, commentary on somebody else's interview or work or whatever you want to call it, but then recap it, paraphrase it, and then give your perspective on it. Don't steal it and then post it on yours as if you had the authority to do so. And that is the issue that I have. If you don't have someone's permission to repurpose a large chunk of their content, you can still do a commentary about it, but paraphrase it.
Yeah.
Recap it. Actually do your job. If you want to be a person in the commentary sector, actually do your job. Don't steal. That is the issue I have with that. I don't have an issue with their opinion. I don't have an issue with their perspective. I don't have an issue on their thoughts. We all are allowed to have opinions, thoughts, and perspectives. I have them all day long. I've had a lot tonight. But I didn't steal anybody's work and then put it on my platform as if I had the authority to do that or the permission to do that. And then if someone asks you to remove it and you don't, that is directly disrespecting that person. And that is the issue I have with that.
So I'll say this, with that particular content creator, I have watched. Initially, I did not like it because it was a lot. The whole anonymous thing is what got to me. But I don't know how. I guess I'm indifferent. I'll say that. Oh my goodness, my kids are screaming.
It's okay.
I'm indifferent about the channel because it is at times it's intriguing. I don't like the fact that they focus on certain people, and I've made this comment before. That person's slip is showing by who they choose to focus on. So we've all had speculations of who they can be. I'm not here to dox anybody or say anything. But
I think it's Skynet.
What'd you say?
I think it's Skynet coming back for John Connor.
But yeah, it's just a lot. I don't want to bring that type of energy to my channel because she may have a problem with it. She may.
What you gonna do? Show up invisible?
No, well, I'll say this. I know me and I know how I can get. And it is, I'll just say this. I'm indifferent about the channel. I don't have anything good or bad to say about it. I've been told to watch it at times, and I'll admit I've watched it. It's interesting to see some of the stuff that goes on, but other times I do think it takes it very far, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
But yeah, it's pretty boring. But to Candy, I will say, you see the difference between an actual content creator and then someone who is basically like maybe just a mimic. Oh wow, Mia. Look, go for it. Like I said, you know,
exactly, cups of conversation. Exactly.
I think for me, it's not about being scared. It's just the fact that I am speaking on something, like I don't know all the facts of something. This person to me clearly doesn't have all the facts to other stuff either. So at times, but there's a narrative to it. And that's why I choose not to support, because it just becomes like a witch hunt to me. Like one day you're targeting this person, you're targeting that person, and it's just a lot. And she may target me. I don't know. She or he may target me. You can target me. I'm an open book, sweetie. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm indifferent to it. That is why I choose to separate myself from that sector. I don't do all that. I can't be an amen choir for that. That person initially I thought had a genuine thing that they were trying to do. They were hurt, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't watch it enough to actually speak on it. So
yeah, I don't watch faceless people who talk about other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can be faceless on your channel, but not faceless and talk about other people. Like, I watch different sectors in YouTube and stuff, and there's plenty of people who faceless. Like, I love Jurassic Park, so I watch this guy who talks about Jurassic Park. He don't need to be on camera. Mm-hmm. But if you out here talking about somebody, I don't watch faceless people. Like, bye, move on.
Yeah, and when it comes to that, go ahead.
I want to acknowledge some of these people. So, hey, BB, and hey, Sip with D.
Hey,
come stand by, y'all. But yeah. Listen, I can't do the scary music. It's demonic to me. I only saw a second and clicked off real fast.
I was like, no, ma'am.
Where's the stage? I'm getting in what I miss.
You gotta catch that replay.
A lot.
Yes. Kennedy said, yep, it's like eating from someone's plate. You steal the content for clicks and views.
Exactly.
Yes, which, by the way, don't eat off my plate. It's a quick way to get
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So
the thing, because it's also I think to Khadi's point, with this particular entity, it's the hypocrisy as well.
But this is what makes it. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. But this is what makes it kind of confusing for me, because, and this is why I say I do what I do. Like, some stuff I like, some stuff I don't. People that follow her, which I've seen it in the chat that they follow her, I follow them. So it's like when they're talking about certain things, I click off, but I do still like what they like. And that's where it comes to, I feel like sometimes with YouTube, some things are divisive, and it becomes a right and wrong and this side and that side, when it's not even about that. It's YouTube to me is very complex. There's no winning side. 1 week they hate this person, the next week they love them. So from what I've seen, that's what happens. That's why I choose to, if I rock with you, I'll rock with you. I'm going to watch you. If it's something that I don't agree with that day, I will click off. And I think that's the emotional intelligence that some of the people on YouTube lack. Because again, this is just a platform to voice your opinion. You don't have to choose a side. You can like something one day and disagree with something else the next day. but I don't support the doxing. I don't support a lot of things, but some of the things that they're holding certain content creators to, they need to look at themselves. And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the hypocrisy. You can't get on a platform and say it's my mission to unmask someone while you're wearing a mask. Like that to me, like that literally doesn't track, right? So I think and I don't watch this person's content, just this one thing that had come across, but again, I just think it's also about just like respect. Like if someone says, please, can you take my content down? You should take that person's content down because it's not yours. You can still comment on it all day long. You can still have an opinion on it. You don't have to like it, but I think it's very disrespectful to steal it. And that is the issue I have with this person. Not the content of what they're saying, not what they're saying, because I don't really watch it, but the fact that they're stealing other people's work in order to, again, fulfill their own agenda.
And can I just say, it's a little on a side note, but please stop trying to force adults to apologize.
Hey, Martha.
A forced apology is not an apology, okay? If somebody wants to apologize, that's on them. Also, who the heck is you to force an apology? Don't nobody owe you nothing. Why would I apologize to a bunch of strangers? I wouldn't. Never.
That's why I feel like it's gaslighting, because I don't think anybody has a heaven or head to put anybody in. They're not a judge. They cannot say or dictate who we should follow, who we should crucify, all of that. And that's the part that I don't like. I don't like the fact that, oh, here go my daughter. 1 week they'll be upset with this person, the next week they're good, and that gets on my nerves.
But this is another thing. I also want to put a disclaimer out there. I know we're referring to it as YouTube, but I just want to reiterate this. This is not all of YouTube at all. This is like a very, again, it's just this sector of it, because my experience outside of this little thing or whatever that these people are doing is actually completely different. Like I look at for example, my experience with Candace and Khadi is extremely different than what we're talking about. You know, I was fortunate enough to find two beautiful, intelligent, funny, cool girls that I vibe with, and we come together weekly. We have a good kiki, and daily we check in, and we are genuine support for each other. So to me, I found YouTube to be an actually very positive, healthy space. On my channel, my Candy Cane community, we're not toxic in the chat box. We support each other. We're there for each other. My sector or industry, actually, it's more self-care and wellness. So it's really all about, you know, getting self-esteem and confidence and healthy mindset and learning the tools to be a fully formed, evolved, healthy individual person. So my experience of YouTube has actually been very, very different. But that's why I had my confession time, because I'm like, when I hear all this stuff, I'm like, wait, what happened? Tell me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like all here for it, but because I'm very much also removed from it as well. So I also want to put that out there for people who might be like wondering, well, like, do they want to become a content creator? Do they want to start a YouTube channel? I would say yes, go for it. Find out what your niche is, find out what your passion is, and then do the things that we're talking about tonight. You know, keep your eyes on the prize. Know what the purpose of the platform it is. Form a community of people who are supportive and happy and engaging. And then if you do find those people, because this is the world we live in, there's good people in the real world. There's good people on YouTube. There's bad people in the real world. And there are definitely bad people on YouTube, right? So when you come across that, use these tools. You know, if people are gaslighting you, if they're wanting you to partake in gossip and negativity, if they're stealing your ideas, if they're being an energy vampire, if they don't respect your boundaries, if they just don't make you feel good, if you feel like being their friend is a chore or an obligation, that in and of itself is enough to let that person go. Sometimes you don't need a specific reason. If you just don't feel it, that is enough. Because that feeling is there for a reason. Doesn't mean that person's bad. It just means maybe that person isn't for you. So you got to trust that gut. But I say use YouTube as a good platform. You can get monetized. You can make some extra cash. You can make some friends. You can have fun. It can be an outlet. I just say use it for the betterment of you, and don't let other people tear you down into their negativity, because what's happening with these beef sector is just a mirroring people in real life. You're going to have negative people in real life. You're going to have negative people here.
And you know what's funny to me? Not to be petty, but people that
please be petty.
People that I usually will see it like commenting on our stuff, they're nowhere to be found during this discussion. And that is interesting to me. They may be in the bushes, but it speaks volumes. I'll say that, because what did we say earlier? I think somebody said it in the comments, a hit dog will holler. So the fact that you can't be here when we're having a real discussion about important topics, you're nowhere to be found. But you be there for the mess.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. But what I found interesting too is the fact, like I was in somebody's comment section, and it wasn't even what the YouTuber was saying. The chat, like people in the chat were saying, oh my gosh, YouTube is just so like bad now, and I don't know what to do, and I'm thinking of just turning YouTube off. And I'm just like, look, all right, I'm coming out the bushes because I'm about to highly disrespect you with some truth.
Well, damn, Khadi. Wait, I'm sorry, Khadi.
YouTube recommends to you things that you watch, you like. If you don't like what you're watching, tell YouTube, I don't like this. I don't want to see this again. Go search something else. I've said this before. There are millions of different channels out there, things you could be watching. You too stressed out? Go watch a soap making video. That'll calm you down real quick.
No, 100%. Like, that's the thing. Like, on mine, I have, like, my meditation list that comes up, my Pilates list that comes up, my how to monetize content online stuff that comes up. Like, again, YouTube is so vast. Like, it really is and it's free. It's literally a free, big old vast library of so much information and everything you can. I use YouTube on my car. Rest in peace. On my car, I had to do. I'm gonna cry. Let me stop. I had to change the taillight once, and I YouTubed it. I was like in AutoZone, like YouTubed how to do the thing, and I like could figure it out. Like YouTube is so vast, and there's so much on there and so much information. If you find yourself only being in dark and negative stuff, that's a look in the mirror issue.
Yes.
Because what are you searching for? What are you watching? And I don't mean I mean that in no means to be critical or judgmental at all. I just mean it's a self-awareness thing, because sometimes we're just on default, we're on automatic.
Y'all know what comes up on mine, because I love food. I see all
Candace, what comes up on yours?
And, I was telling y'all about the hot pot. No,
hot box.
For some reason, as a child with my mother, we traveled. We did road trips, so I watch a lot of camper videos where you can convert like a van into a camper. So that comes up on my and tiny homes. So I don't know why I love
watch that on HGTV.
Yeah, when these kids move out, I tell my husband, we are purchasing a tiny home. I just like it. I love the coziness and the simplicity. I'm a very simplistic person. I don't like big houses for some reason, especially cleaning them. I don't like. So I love the tiny homes where everything is right there and it's so simple, and you see you. I'm more of a people person. So I love having people that like you guys. I love people that love me around me. So
and
I told you guys what I like, which shows up on my timeline, the natural hair community. Because I'm natural and I love my hair and I rock my hair naturally, unlike other people who pretend to like their natural hair. And I'm a huge sci-fi nerd and video gamer. Like, I love video games since I was a child. I could kill anybody on a video game. Y'all can't beat me.
Definitely not. I'm in the corner. And I like candy. Nobody puts candy in the corner except for in video games.
And see,
that's the type of stuff that I watch when I'm not like, I watch you guys and I branch out. Yeah. Like I just said, I watched that Jurassic Park channel. And
Cups just said she's getting her RV and going underground. So if you vlog that,
girl,
if you
RV,
if you vlog your RV experience, I will definitely be there front and center watching, because I watch those videos.
We have talked about an RV, but it would be a pimped out. It might as well not even be an RV. It would be a pimped out. Do I play Call of Duty? No. I was in the military, so I tend not to like military games like that. But you know, a lot of people on my flight did used to play it. My ex at the time, we had 2 TVs in the living room and 2 Xboxes, and he'd be playing Call of Duty and I'd be playing Saints Row. Okay, I'd much rather be the leader of the gang.
Shocker. Killing enemies down the street? Are you killing enemies down the street, guys?
Yes. Rolling down the police. No. No, it's just,
don't say that too loud.
It's just a video game.
We kidding.
It's just a video game.
It's a video game.
So, ladies, we've been on for an hour and 60 minutes.
Y'all know how Candace gets.
If y'all want to go longer, because I gotta use the restroom, but if y'all want to go longer, we can.
We'll go use the restroom. We'll hold down the fort, and then when you get back, we'll see how it is.
Yes, I'm gonna take a party break, and thank you, Miss G, for thank you for Mrs. G for catching us.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, so y'all can hold down the fort.
I'm sure.
Gotta go to potty.
But it's great. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many different things that you can be doing on YouTube. So that whole thing where people are like, YouTube is just becoming so toxic. I'm like, what, in your brain, in your YouTube? Because YouTube
then remove yourself from the toxicity.
You told YouTube you like mess and drama. And because you told it that, by your search history, by the things that you click on and actually watch, it keeps bringing it to you. And the only way it will stop is if you tell it to. It's not rocket science. That's why if y'all can see, I ain't gonna tell you who shot it was in, but if you happen to see it, I totally went in. I was just like, I'm about to disrespect y'all because I cannot stand anybody who don't use their brain. You are grown. You are not a child. Use your brain.
Yeah, and again, like I agree, but I don't say it to like judge or to criticize or anything like that. I think it's again just a self-awareness thing. It's like anything in life, right? If you see a pattern that keeps happening in your life, if you see an experience that keeps happening in your life that you don't like, that's negative or causing you stress, anxiety, depression, trauma, whatever it is, get to the root cause of it. What is causing that pattern? What is it about yourself that is attracting that, or that is manifesting that, or is somehow playing a role in that continuously showing up in your life? And then take the steps to change and to remove it. And it's not about criticizing or being at fault or judging yourself. It's just about being self-aware of what the patterns are and then empowering yourself to change consciously. You are making the choice to change. For example, say you date, the same guy again and again. Well, why are you attracted to the same guy? Why is that happening? If your YouTube feed is all beef and negativity, well, is that what you're consuming? So that's what you're attracting back to you, right? Like if say you had a grocery store, you have the produce section with vegetables, and then you also have the junk food section. You decide which aisle to go down. You pick the lane. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the grocery store.
Yes.
And there's something for everyone.
Life. You decide your destiny for the most part.
But
what?
I'm losing it.
What just happened?
It's because I gotta figure out my camera angles.
I was like, okay, I'm just whining and I'm just gonna laugh. It's fine.
Hey, loyal Saggy.
Hey.
Speaking of Saggy, my birthday's next Tuesday.
Yay! You are doing a live, right?
Yes, I hope
We're doing the birthday celebration, right?
Party at
and it's next Tuesday. Yes, we got to do.
We can do it.
The party on,
We'll do a party.
The ladies' lounge party.
We'll do a party.
Yeah.
I should make it a pajama party. You inspire me, Khadi. A birthday after dark pajama party.
And hey, it's a Virgo.
I'm saying, stop clicking on the mess and crying later.
Baby,
it's breaking down my spirit.
Christopher W.
You're bringing your spirit.
Hey, Christopher W. LOL.
Yeah, you know what? Music. A lot of people only be on YouTube for the music. They didn't even realize there was other stuff out there.
Yep.
Yes, it's gonna be a celebration.
A celebration.
Good times, come on.
Do 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 do.
Yes.
That's all we can do, right? Because they're YouTube.
You have a good night, Christopher.
And thank you, Christopher.
Hey.
So we're gonna have the party on Candy's channel. Yes, next Tuesday, Candy Washington in the house, 12:14.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sagittarius is plus the Gemini.
Yeah, I know. We got a long time till my birthday. We're gonna turn up on mine.
It'll be here before you know it. Of course, we're gonna turn up on yours. Are you kidding me?
And if you guys missed my birthday celebration, it was on the 23rd. Tune into that on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, what are y'all ladies' thoughts on everything? We've been on for an hour and 21 minutes now. So.
But the candy shop does not play.
Mama is speaking. Mama is speaking. We know that tone. It's time to go to bed. Guys, are you ready to wash up? It's time to go to bed.
Let us go beyond an hour and 30 minutes. Nah, I'm playing.
But final thoughts on everything, because we've talked about a lot in this episode. It was a really good episode.
It was a lot of kiki, a lot of seriousness, a lot of check your mind because it ain't working right.
Yeah. So
I would say thank you, Candace, for this topic. I think it was really interesting. It's very timely, and I think it's applicable in YouTube, but also in real life too. Just to be mindful to protect your peace, protect your space, keep your eyes on your prize and what your purpose is. If you see somebody having toxic traits, cut them out. And YouTube is vast. The world is vast. There is so much more positivity and community and support and great things that you can do to bring fulfillment to your life. So focus on cultivating those things rather than any of the negativity or the darkness or the gossip and things like that. At the end of the day, you are ultimately responsible for you. So be mindful of the company that you keep. Be mindful of the energy you bring to the room. Have fun. Kiki. Get that money. And happy birthday to me next week.
Yes. What am I gonna say? I think I'm gonna end on a little bit of shady funny, and I'm just gonna say, people who just like this mess and stuff in here, go to bingo.
girl, I'm clutching my pearls.
I was like, did I hear that right?
Not old people.
I was like, not old. I'm not messing with you, Khadi. I'm not messing with you, Khadi. Yes.
Yes, I will say this final thoughts. First of all, thank you, ladies, for the awesome conversation. This was good. Thank you, all of those in the chat. Cups to Conversations, Nihar Showtown, Girl, Nikki Pooh, Young Rich. I can go on and on and on naming y'all, but thank you for the commentary and on the show. Loyal Saggy. I usually say Saggy, but Loyal Saggy. Thank you for joining as well. I think this topic was a very good topic. We talked about some real things, and I mean, it is what it is. Like, if you are easily offended by what's done on YouTube and in these videos, maybe YouTube is not for you. Because regardless of what you do on YouTube, everybody is going to have an opinion on it, and you just got to live with it. So if you make a video about me, just know that I'm paying you dust. I have a real life outside of you. And thank you for bringing subscribers and views to my channel.
I know. I will never know because I don't watch your channel.
Exactly.
You want to know one of my favorite things about you, Candace? Your Mimosa Mondays.
You like my Mimosa Mondays?
I love them.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good time. It's a good kiki. It's fun. It's a good wind down. Your Mimosa Mondays is amazing.
Here she go. Candy.
And I love it for you.
Candy. So, we are gonna go out on that because Candy. So, let's play our little theme song.